Subramanic. I'm the chairman for Microsoft in India. And for me and my colleagues from Microsoft, we'd like to welcome you to members of the press. We'd like to welcome people from the online. And I'd also like to say thank you to the Windows insiders who are here and are going to be joining us today. They are the ones who have actually given us tremendous amount of feedback, which have been incorporated not only in Windows 10, but also a lot of the new devices which we are coming out with as a company.
So first of all, I know that all of you are expecting that this is going to be an announcement and the launch of two new devices, two new Lumia devices. But I think it is much more than that. I think that what we are doing today is about announcing how you can interact more easily and more naturally and more securely in a mobile-first and a cloud-first world. In fact, it's not just about interacting in a mobile-first world, it's about interacting in a mobile-only world. This is one of the distinctions which we have in terms of what you're seeing here in India and China and in Africa, where a lot of people are using the mobile phone as the means by which they interact both from a business and from a play perspective. And therefore, these two devices which we are introducing really fit that category, a new category of what I would call mobile only. It will be important for me to share why we are creating this new category. And this is really part of our mission as a company to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. This is the mission which is driving us, and this is also what motivates our company. This is something which we share with both our business customers as well as with our consumers, because this is really who we are. We are unique in this respect, is that for us, whether it is a consumer or the largest of enterprises, we serve all of them, and it is about serving the needs of everybody on the planet, and it is about how are we going to achieve this? We will achieve this because we have three. Is that how are we going to reinvent productivity and business processes? For us, productivity is no longer the productivity of the individual, it's about the productivity of organizations, it's the productivity of processes. We're going to build the intelligent cloud, and today we have close to about 100 data centers all over the world. There are 3 here in India itself. We announced that over a month back, and the response we've had has been tremendous. But having these cloud data centers in country enables us to do things which most other companies are not able to do, whether it is serving our consumers as well as serving our largest enterprises. But today, what we are really here for is to talk about what are we doing in the area of creating more personal computing. And therefore, it's not just about creating a new category of products, a new mobile phone, new kind of form factor, but it is about how we are going to continue to drive new forms of personal computing. So like I mentioned, we live in a mobile first, if not a mobile only world. And so it's our first world. And we have to start with the first world. It's the cloud which makes a lot of this possible. And in this era, the mobility of the experience matters, not just the mobility of the device. And experiences need to be able to translate across multiplicity of devices. So I can start off an experience using my phone, and I can then move quickly to a tablet or to a PC, and I can actually take that across to the large screen. More and more, we are actually looking at how we can have that experience, not just on devices with screens, but also in devices which have no screens. And that's what the beauty of Windows 10 is all about. And that's really what we wanted to focus on today. It's about creating these new experiences. I also wanted to talk to you a little bit about who we are as a company from the perspective of a brand. And it's been a really very exciting 2 years for us as a company. We are obviously one of the most valuable brands in the world, but our brand today stands for trust. It stands for consumer experience. It stands for innovation. I think these are the words which come out, whether you look at Interbrand, whether you look at Forbes, or you look at Brand Z, and we're very proud of that. The fact that we are amongst the top brands globally across all different kinds of categories. And what that means to you, and what that means to our consumers, is that they're getting a product which constantly is innovation. It reflects the innovation which we are bringing to the to technology. I wanted to talk a little bit about, okay, actually, can we just go back here? I wanted to talk a little bit about and give you an update on Windows 10, because at the core of our ambitions to create more personal computing, it is Windows 10. And Windows 10 today runs across a multiplicity of devices, including ones with no screens. And it brings the ambition of creating more personal computing to life. On July 29th, we launched Windows 10 globally. It's a new generation of Windows to empower people to do great things. And with a wide range of experiences designed to usher in a new era of personal computing, as well as new devices designed to extend the Windows experiences from large screens to no screens. Windows 10 is the best Windows ever and was built to empower people to do great things. It has new innovations like Cortana, Microsoft Edge, and the Xbox app. It's more personal, more secure, more productive, and it is also much safer. And it's familiar and automatically up to date. Since the announcement, we have had now Windows 10 come alive on multiple different kinds of devices with different form factors. Windows, the Lumia is one great example. 2 weeks ago, when I woke up, I found my Xbox One had suddenly got upgraded also to Windows 10. So this is a new world where the operating system is now like a service. And we are the only company which has this ability to take an operating system and put it across multiple different kinds of devices. I wanted to share with you a small video of what Windows 10 offers, and let's play the video. Thank you. So our ambition is for the 1.5 billion people who are using Windows today to fall in love with the Windows 10, and for decide how to make Windows their home. That really is our intention. We already have 1.5 billion people who use Windows Phone, and they're the first ones who are actually moving to Windows 10. As of our last update, more than 110 million devices are now running Windows 10 in 192 countries. We have achieved this milestone in just 3 months, which shows how much our consumers are loving the new operating system. Now, the promise of Windows 10 creates even more opportunities for Lumia to take innovation to the next level and build upon the unique experiences that Windows 10 enables for phones. Our goal is to put Windows 10 in every pocket, and phones remain an important part of our strategy. We want our devices to stand out, showcase the innovation we have envisioned. We see our phones business as part of our entire device family. Our strategy is to provide our customers with one experience across all these different devices. These new devices are designed to be the most productive smartphones on the planet, and they will make the mobility of the human experience a reality. And my colleague Ajay is actually going to showcase that, and some of my other colleagues are actually going to demonstrate that capability. These phones are like personal computers in your pocket, and they will delight you and can catalyze digital transformation in your life. More important for our commercial customers, these are powerful, performance-driven, unique and innovative smartphones that business leaders can use to drive the digital transformation in their organization while ensuring that their corporate assets are secure. We are extremely proud to launch these innovative devices, the Lumia 950 and the 950 XL, and I'd call upon my colleague Ajay Mehta, the General Manager of our Microsoft Mobile Devices group, to share more information about these devices. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks very much. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, good afternoon. And thank you for joining us here today. I just wanted to spend a few minutes first to talk about where we are going to focus our portfolio, who's our consumer. So the first consumer we are targeting is the Windows fan. The Windows fan is the consumer who loves Windows, who loves Microsoft, and we will be targeting the Windows fans with our flagship devices. The second is the business customer who's looking for more and more productive solutions. We will provide the business customer with the most productive smartphones on the planet. We will provide them with solutions around management, around security, around increasing the productivity of the organization, and that's what we'll focus our business consumers with. The third are the value seekers. Value seekers are looking for easy to use, personalized devices at affordable prices. Those that can take care of their communication needs at a value for money price. So these are the consumers we will be targeting with. Today we are here to talk largely about the Microsoft fans. We want to build a very strong Microsoft fan base and put Windows, as Bhaskar said, in every single pocket. This is a great way to drive advocacy and preference, and this helps in building a lifetime consumer value, a lifetime consumer relationship for Microsoft and its partners. Phones, as you heard Bhaskar say earlier, is an integral part of the evolving strategy to grow the Windows ecosystem, to make it a more vibrant ecosystem. Devices, we will provide the Windows experience across devices. There will be consistent experiences across devices. Lumia, as all of you know, stands for innovation. With Lumia 920, we launched the wireless charging a few years ago. We launched the living images technology in April 2014. It is an amazing technology. Today, we will come to you with yet new innovative solutions that we'll be launching along with our devices. What have our fans told us? We've continuously been interacting with fans, with insiders. Thank you very, very much for your feedback. And these are some of the comments, some of the feedback that we have received from our fans. We've been told that people want freedom and empowerment. They want to live life on their own terms. We've been told that people want to balance between family, career, and personal goals, to do more with less effort, to save time, to have solutions that are flexible, that are adaptable, that helps people to be in touch with what they want and what is relevant to them at every single point in time, to make it simple to use. People expect integrated experiences that seamlessly flow between devices. People want reliable tools to help them be more productive, to help them accomplish what they've set out to do. Ladies and gentlemen, the phone that works like your PC, the first flagship Lumia smartphone with Windows 10 running on them, introducing to you the 950 and the 950. Bhaskar, can I invite you over here, please? No, this is this. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Bhaskar.
Thanks.
All right, so the 950 and the 950 XL, the first Lumia Windows 10 phone, the first flagship Lumia Windows 10 phone. Common proposition that speaks with power and confidence to handle any task and are both organized to deliver the best mobile experience on high-performance chipsets. The 950 and the 950 XL has been brought about bringing the best of Windows combining with true flagship hardware to deliver powerful performance for Windows 10. It will bring the one mobile experience. It will bring all the services of Microsoft, the latest Microsoft Office experience, for example, making it the most powerful and the high-performing device on the planet. Like I mentioned earlier, Lumia has stood for innovation. We have brought wireless charging with Lumia 920 in the past. We brought living images technology in April 2014. We are now bringing to you the continuum feature with Lumia 950 and 950 XL. It helps you work like your PC. It makes your smartphone work like your PC. You can connect either wired or wirelessly to a screen and a keyboard, and we will be demonstrating that in a few minutes, and you can actually have a PC-like experience while your phone continues to operate like a phone. So the Continuum is one of the new services, the only type of its kind in the industry. No other phone provides you this experience. In previous Lumia, we will bring the best photo imaging quality. You can take photographs in any challenging conditions and relive and share them across your screens, across devices. This will be coupled with a 20 megapixel camera and a triple LED flash, which will even enhance your photo imaging capability even more. We will bring Cortana, the personalized digital assistant, which will be with you all the time to tell you, to guide you, to meet your needs, your immediate needs. And we will also have fast charging, which means you can charge your 950 and 950 XL to 50% in 30 minutes. Apart from that, there are other innovative features we are bringing with 950 and 950 XL. And like I said, Lumia stands for innovation. The next big innovation we are going to bring is the iris technology. So you can actually have the authentication done by recognizing your iris, and we will demonstrate that to you, which means it's not face recognition. It can be done even in the dark. So these are the various innovative features we are bringing with 950, 950 XL along with Windows 10. We are bringing Continuum, which is going to make your phone work like your PC. We are bringing, like I said, the photo imaging quality, which you would not have seen before, with some terrific hardware plus software combining together to provide you with fantastic imaging capability. We are bringing Cortana, which is your personalized digital assistant. And we are also bringing Windows Hello, which is the iris technology to ensure secure authentication of identity. To talk more about this, I would like to invite Pranav onto the stage. Pranav heads our product marketing. Welcome, Pranav. And he is a technology expert, and he can share with you a lot more about the devices. So, Pranav, all yours. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. How are we feeling today? Would you like to see something that these phones that work like a PC are capable of? Yeah? Let me just get this set up, and then we'll get going. But before I start, a huge shout out to all our insiders who are sitting there. Thank you so much for all the feedback that you've given us. These products and the Windows 10 has been built specifically from all the feedback that we've been receiving from people like you and more such insiders all over the world. So keep that feedback coming in, and we'll keep getting greater and greater products and software to you. So let's get started. I think Ajay spoke about the 4 pillars about these devices, and I want to start with each of them. If you look at the best of Windows and Office, that's the first one that Ajay spoke about. This is essentially your Windows 10 experience, right? It's the same experience on these phones which you are now so used to, so familiar with, and the one that you've grown to love with the Windows 10. So if I could have my Surface on the middle screen, please. Okay, so as you can see, I have my phone plugged in here on the left and right of the screen. It's a beautiful Lumia 950 XL with the live tiles and the start screen, and I have my Surface now in the middle. This is a Surface Pro 3, guys. Now what I'm going to show you is I'm going to just go ahead and open settings on both of these, right? So I have the settings application open on my Surface here and on my phone here. Let me just hold it upright. What you will see is exactly the same setting app. If you go item by item, it's actually the same setting app which is now on the phone and on the PC. And if I were to now rotate it, you will see how alike they are. They are not only alike in the user interface, but they are also alike in the fact that it's exactly the same app. And that is the power of universal apps on this platform. Let me show you one more. So now I'm going to open the News app here and the News app here, right? What you will see is, again, exactly the same experience. The only change that you see is that on the phone, it's actually oriented itself, the app, to the interface that works better with the screen size. And if, again, I were to rotate this, you will notice that it's just exactly the same experience and the same application which is now running on both of these devices. Similarly, also with all of our Office applications, be it Excel, PowerPoint, Word, and more about that later, and also with the mail experience. If I were to open up my email experience, I'm just going to open my Gmail here, and similarly the same mail experience also here. You will notice again that now I'm running exactly the same, I'm running exactly the same mail application now in both places, right? So that's the whole power of Windows on Windows and Office on your screen. Sorry, I've just opened my internal app. If we could now switch back to the slides, please. So that's about your Windows and Office on the phone, and the same Windows experience running across all devices and form factors, including the phone now. Number two, Ajay spoke about this as well, the superior performance. Now, what are these devices capable of? Number one, these come with the latest Snapdragon processors. So Snapdragon 808 processor on the Lumia 950, the Snapdragon 810 processor on the 950 XL. That gives me octa-core processing capabilities on the XL and hexa-core processing capabilities on the 950. In addition to that, both of these devices come with full LTE. So 1800 megahertz and 2300 megahertz on both devices. Both devices are dual SIM devices, right? Nobody else currently in the flagship space offers dual SIM devices, and we have both of these devices on dual SIM. So think about your home and work scenarios, think about your vacation scenarios. You don't have to carry a second phone along. This phone doubles up in both those contexts, right? Then we have liquid cooling. That's something that we first pioneered with the Surface, and now we brought it onto the phone. So, I mean, for the guys who get goosebumps about technology like I do, there's actually distilled water running here on the 950 XL, right? That's the technology that we have now brought onto these phones as well. Fast charging, half and half. That's how I like to call it. Half your battery in half an hour. How cool is that? You're running out of juice at the airport, you have to get onto a flight. If you have half an hour, your battery is half charged. And we have the fast charging charger also out of the box. And then, of course, we have the wireless charging support inbuilt, so you don't need any additional panels. It's built into the device that you use and that you buy. So that's the whole power of the superior performance that we've packed into this device. Imaging. Lumia has always stood for imaging. We've created the best cameras that have ever been created. You see a whole lineup of them here, and this device with its Zeiss optics, both of these devices, in fact, Zeiss optics, the triple LED flash. Now the triple LED flash, and you can actually, and when you get your hands on these devices, you can actually see it very proudly here, and you can see it there as well. This is the best flash that you can ever get because it has true RGB color reproduction. So it's not that you've put this light on this object and then you get it all lit up and then it just doesn't look like what your eyes are seeing. This is the clear RGB reproduction in flash conditions as well. The best low light imaging, something that we've always stood for, right? And now we have 5th generation OIS. We started off with OIS on the devices way back. Now we have the 5th generation of OIS. So shakes in a concert, you're holding up the phone, don't worry about it. You're going to have super still videos. And if you're doing a night shot, in low light, your image also is not going to shake. That's the power of OIS. So all of that packed in, and obviously what again makes it even better is the Photos Universal app. So be it on your PC or be it on your phone, you're connected via OneDrive, your photographs, your memories are always with you, and they're going across screens. And we continue to offer more and more software innovations as well. And the one that I want to show you here, just to give you an example of, this is a picture that I really love. This is what you can do with these products. Unbelievable super slow-mo, in addition to 4K video capture, the best imaging out there, that's in these devices. From a spec point of view, something that I don't typically talk about, I like to talk about experiences, but 20 megapixel back camera, triple LED flash, Zeiss optics, front is 5 megapixel wide angle camera. That's all packed into this phone, right? I'm going fast here because there's a lot to show, right? Cortana. Cortana is the most personal digital assistant created. And you know, I've seen when it comes to personal assistant, be it any assistant across ecosystems, we like to talk quirky stuff to her and then we are very amused when she gives back a response. Like I think the first thing anybody would do when they pick up one of these phones is ask Cortana. By the way, Cortana is now Indian. She understands Indian accents. Cortana has an Indian voice. Do try it out if you haven't already. What is the first thing you would do? You would say, hey Cortana, who's Sachin Tendulkar? And she'll say, I don't know him personally, but I know that he's an all-time great. And then we get really happy saying, oh wow, digital assistant. Is that really a digital assistant? She's not, right? What really tells me the power of a digital assistant is Cortana, hey, when I get to work, remind me to send my boss that email which I've been forgetting since the last 3 days and getting kicked about. The minute I come into work, she knows because I'm in the geofence around work. She reminds me on my PC because she knows that at work I use a PC and that I'm at work now. All of you are going to figure that out, but this is something that I really love. So that's my Cortana there, who obviously recognizes me and understands me. But what I really love is here. You know how we all get our bills these days? They all come as SMSs or they come as emails, right? I've given Cortana permissions to read my SMSs and emails to figure out my bills. She knows my Vodafone bill. She knows my Airtel bill when it's due. She will remind me 1 day before the due date. And you know what? I can actually just pay directly from here. So this is the app integration that we have in Cortana. So as you can see there, I've integrated this with Paytm. It could be any service provider, for example. All I need to do is click Pay Now, opens up the Paytm app. It gets me logged in, puts in the number. All I have to do is just pay. Now that is the power of a digital assistant, right? Another use case which was just absolutely brilliant. Imagine this scenario, and I'm just going to paint this for you. You are in office, you're in a meeting. Chances are your phone is in your pocket, right? You're using your PC and you're working on it, you're presenting something. You get a call, which you obviously can't take because you're in a meeting. It's a missed call. Cortana, because she works across screens, on your PC, reminds you that you have a missed call on your phone. And you can do a text response directly from your PC, which actually goes via your phone. And then Cortana again comes back and tells you on the PC saying, hey, your text response has been sent to so-and-so. Can you imagine that use case? You don't even need to get your phone out of the pocket to see who has called you. It's all happening on the PC while the actual mobile phone use case is on your phone. That is the power of Cortana. I could go on and on about Cortana, but moving on. We spoke about Windows Hello. Windows Hello Beta, as we call it, is still in beta. We all know by now that it's about iris authentication. It authenticates your eyes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually not do this myself, but if I could have Pratik on the stage, please. And we're going to get Pratik to come here and show us how he uses his phone. Hi Pratik. So what I understand is this phone has been actually, it's your phone and it's been configured to you, right?
Yeah.
So can you show us how you actually use this phone and unlock it more specifically? Let's just wait, yeah. So you saw that, right? If you blinked, you actually missed it. But what he did is he just held the phone in front of him, and because it's authenticated with his iris, it immediately got him in and it said hello, right? Now, Pratik could get into the phone. Maybe it's facial recognition, maybe it's secure, maybe it's not secure, maybe it would work with somebody else, maybe it wouldn't. Do you want to put this to test? Yeah. Let's get Puneet on stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Pratik and Puneet, if you haven't figured it out already, they are identical twins. You want to put iris to test now? Come, Puneet. That's Pratik, by the way, he's still here. Now, Puneet is going to try to get into Pratik's phone. Isn't that like the ultimate use case? Identical twins. Watch what happens. An identical twin couldn't get in. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pratik. So I was just, and this is something that we've been discussing a whole while, that I would believe this if it was something that worked, that didn't work even with identical twins. The most secure and the fastest. On a grade of security, you have your fingerprint, then you have facial recognition, then you have, you have PIN, you have facial recognition, your fingerprint, and then right up there is iris. Your password remains your own. You don't need to remember PIN codes, and you don't have to worry about anybody hacking into your device. That is the power of Windows Hello on these devices. And still in beta, so it's still getting better and better. Now, I think we've said about 30 times that these are phones that work like a PC, right? And I've saved the mother of all right till the end, and that's something that I'm really excited to show you. So I'm just going to now ask for my Continuum screen to come up. So let me explain the setup till then. I'll need this display, please. So, okay, while it comes up, let me just show you. I have the Microsoft Display dock here. Okay, I have connected it here. There is a wired connection which is going from the display dock into my phone, right? And there is an HDMI out which goes into this display, and this display is something that I'm hoping will come up on the larger display. Do we need to turn this on here? The light is on. It's on now. Okay. Stand by. And this one is, which is this one? Okay. Let's try this one more time. You getting it there? I got it here. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Continuum, and as I love to say it, cheesy as it might be, welcome to the future. This that I present in front of you is my phone screen. And I kid you not, this is my phone screen. And the only way I can prove it to you right now is that you see my signal bars up there, right, which you typically wouldn't have on a PC. But otherwise, this looks exactly like your PC screen, right? This is your Windows 10 PC, isn't it? Now let me just go deeper into this. So let me introduce you to the start screen first. So if you look right at the bottom, apologies to the guys right at the back, but I have my start button here, which lights up my start screen. If you've been watching my start screen closely when I was showing the other demos, it's exactly the same start screen. This is my phone, okay? Right next to it, I have the back. I have the Cortana. So Cortana comes up here, as you can see. And I have my task switcher here, which will allow me to go from one app to the other, and we will do that in a while. On the right top, I have my charging indicator, which we are so familiar with on the phone, and my time, and my action center, which is my notifications, comes up here, right? So this is my Windows 10 PC screen. Let's go deeper. If I were to now get into the start screen, okay, let me also introduce this so that you're not wondering what I'm doing. So what I have also done is I have connected my dock to a keyboard and a mouse. So I have a mouse here, which is a wireless mouse, and a keyboard, and I'm going to do all of this, what I do now, using this keyboard and mouse. I could also, and I'm going to try to show this up here, use this phone as a trackpad and a keyboard, right? So anything that I do with a mouse, I can do here. I can do a 2-finger scroll to go up and down. So I can actually control this, this screen like a mouse using my phone. So my phone is actually transforming into a trackpad if I want to. And at the same time, remember, while I'm on this screen, and let me just go up here, I could do anything that I want on my phone, right? So my phone is my own. I can go back, I'm sorry. So I could, for example, open up a Ghana app here. Right, so I'll just show it up here. I have my Ghana app here while I could be working on a PowerPoint here. Now that is the power of Continuum. It's not mirroring, it's actually two different screens and two different experiences working independent of each other. Now that we are in PowerPoint, let me just go deeper and show you, for example, a presentation that I've been using. This is just a dummy sales presentation. This does not have Lumia sales figures for those of you who got really excited and are putting your numbers up. This is just a dummy company whose presentation this is running. I'm going to go into the slideshow mode here. You can see immediately it goes into the slideshow mode. Now what I really love is this. While that slideshow is happening there, I have my speaker notes and my slide sorter here. Right, so I can switch slides directly using this here, and I can even read my speaker notes. Right, so if an application, a universal app, is developed such that it can create these interactions between the two screens, then that's supported too. Now I could go ahead and do this presentation. Remember, we are still on the phone. I'm doing everything directly off the phone. So I could do my presentation. I could do all of those transitions and animations and everything that we are used to doing in all those great presentations that we make. Look at it, and guess what? I can also annotate. So I could do annotation here and say, hey, you know guys, innovation is really, really, really important. Let's make sure we focus on innovation, right? Or I could say, we have the best product line, and I could do this as I present on the phone itself, right? I could run through the whole presentation. Let's get out of the ink mode. I could run through the whole presentation, and in fact, till the end of it, nobody would even know that I was doing it off the phone. Similarly with the Excel. But before I move to Excel, let me actually show you this PowerPoint application. I'm going to discard my annotations. If you see, actually you can't see it here. I'm just going to try to, the top of the screen is chipped off. But if I could show you the menu at the top, it's exactly the same application that you're using. And I keep saying this because it's really, really important to know that once it's a universal app, a developer does not need to even know or worry about which device that app is being consumed on, because it's exactly the same application which runs across screens and across form factors. Similarly, like I said with Excel, any of those complicated formulae that we would run will run right off this. I'm just going to open a blank workbook here, and I could run any formulae. So how do we typically run formulae in Excel? You just type in equal to, right? Sorry, let me just get this. And let me just start typing. So if I say, for example, S, if I just want to do a sum, it gives me a whole list of all the formulae. Now this is your full-fledged PC XL experience, right? Now, not only with first-party applications, third-party applications, the one I want to show you here, by the way, I'm using the Windows key on my keyboard to bring up the start screen. I can do a Control-C, Control-V on my keyboard just like you're used to. So all of your keyboard shortcuts also work. And let's get into, for example, Fitbit. Fitbit is it's the brand that I use. It's a third-party application which has created a universal app. If you saw it actually, for those of you who are not familiar, I should probably do this. But let me go through this first and I'll show it to you on the phone. This is how the Fitbit app renders on the PC, right? For those of you who've used Fitbit. This is my dashboard. It shows me exactly what I've been doing. All of my challenges are here, and I know that since I've been preparing for this one, I'm actually lagging behind Rajdeep, who's challenged me to a work week hustle. But that's my dashboard, right? Now I could open this same application from my phone, if you can see here. It's closed there, it's open here, it's immediately rendered itself to the phone UI. Same application. I could go back and again open it from here, and I would have it back in the dashboard mode. So it's very simple. If you open it from a start screen on the larger display, the app opens on the larger screen. If you open it from the start screen on the smaller display or the other display, it opens on the smaller screen. Both work independently of each other. Now again, the mother of all use cases for me in Continuum, Windows and E for the Explorer, right? I'm going to go ahead and play a video. Let's see how this works. We'll need the audios up, please. Full screen mode.
Buck, do you remember me?
Your mom's name was Sarah. You used to wear newspapers in your shoes.
You're a wanted man.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, the people who think you did are coming right now. And they're not planning on taking you alive.
Pause that, but guys, that was running off the phone. This is how productive you can be when you are in touch with all the trailers also that are of movies, that something that gives me a real kick, which are launching in middle of next year. While y'all were watching the video, I was typing out a message here saying, hi, I'm typing this while y'all are watching the video. So I can go ahead and send it out to you. So my phone is working completely independent of the screen. We can now switch back to the slides, please. So that's Continuum for you guys, and the reason why I call it the future is that the way I see the future going with this technology is that you really don't need to carry your PC along. You can leave your PC behind for those customer presentations, you can leave them behind when you're going on a vacation, and you know that as long as you have your phone with you, you're set, you can do heavy duty stuff on that, right? And where's the switcher? Okay, so with that, I'm going to hand back to Ajay, and we can always catch up, and especially with the insiders right after the event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother. That's
Thank
really
you,
good.
Ajay.
Thank you very, very much. So those were some of the use cases we thought we'd share with you with Continuum. The other use cases that come to mind are for doctors, for example, who keep going from hospital to hospital, looking at patients' reports, patients, the x-rays and so on. They can just carry their phone and then connect to a screen with a keyboard and then download the information from the cloud and take a look at it. Another use case is with architects, for example, going from site to site in the market, to construction site to construction site. Very, very similar experience. For salespeople who are going out making demonstrations, for trainers who are going into retail, training the store staff. So lots of use cases that there are for Continuum. So 950 XL, the smartphone that works like your PC. We are bringing innovative solutions like Continuum. We have already demonstrated to you the secure authentication with the iris technology. We are, like previous Lumias, bringing the best photo imaging capability in all kinds of challenging conditions and being able to edit and relive and share those images. We are bringing fast charge, which is very nicely put as half and half by Pranav. In half an hour, you charge half the battery. We are bringing Cortana. So a host of innovative solutions along with 950 and 950 XL. Now the important one on the price. So the best buy price for 950 is at 43,699, and for the 950 XL is 49,399. $399. The pre-booking starts from today. For consumers, we'll be having pre-booking at our Microsoft priority resellers. We'll be having it amongst our organized trade partners at Chroma, at Reliance, and at Sangeeta, and amongst our online partners with Amazon.in. We also have a limited period free offer of the Microsoft Display Dock. This will, of course, be only while stocks last, but this is the offer that we have to enhance your Continuum experience. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention. 950 XL is out in the market to be launched from December 11th, but pre-booking starts from today. So thank you very much for your attention, and I think we can move now to questions. Gayatri? Pranav? Yes, this question then. Okay. Yeah, so you said the price of the Microsoft Display Dock, right? The best buy price would be at 5,999.
Thank you. I just wanted to add, I've actually been using the Continuum feature on the 950 for the last couple of weeks, and I actually don't use the dock. I actually directly interact with my TV using Miracast. So you don't necessarily have to buy it. You can do a wireless experience straight onto your TV. Most of the modern day TVs have those capabilities.
Yeah, hi.
Okay.
There's been so much talk about the cloud. I mean, everything, the cloud, OneDrive, everything. But there's this root problem about the dire state of ISPs and the bandwidth in India, especially when it comes to the upload speeds. I mean, when you're using the cloud, you need to have good upload speed. So the upload speed over here is a maximum, I think, of 512 kbps. And when it comes to the bandwidth and the amount of data that you can download, it is very, very pathetic actually, especially if you're using an Xbox. If you want to use all the Microsoft apps to the full potential, you don't really get that support, say, from the mobile networks. So is anything being done to fight that?
Do you want me to answer?
Yeah, please.
So, I mean, frankly, I'm fortunate. I live in Gurgaon, so I get 40 Mbps into my home. I have 300 Mbps in my office, so I guess I'm one of those fortunate ones which never have to worry about bandwidth. I actually watch TV live on my Xbox One. I don't watch, cable anymore. So those are really the opportunity which you have today is that you can't get it. Most of the time when I'm traveling, I'm actually still not moved to 4G. I use 3G. I was in Dehradun over the weekend, and 3G was phenomenal for even YouTube, and I was in one of the schools. I was the chief guest, and I was able to do most of my work just using my phone. The school itself had only 15 Mbps. By the way, I pay only less than 3,000 rupees for my 40 Mbps into my home from Airtel. It's still a lot. That's why I said I'm very fortunate. The school has only 15 Mbps. They have about 500 children. I've been talking to them about what they can do, because if you look at any one of the big operators today, whether it is BSNL or whether it is Airtel or it is Vodafone, they're giving you those kinds of capabilities. They're getting those terminations. The government of India already has fiber optic cable to something like about 50,000 villages. We are also experimenting with different kinds of last mile access. One of the ones which we've done very recently, we've actually done two pilots. One is in Varanasi, a district very close to Varanasi, and the other one is in Srikakulam, which is in Andhra Pradesh. We're using Wi-Fi, using TV channels, where you can get Wi-Fi like speeds. We were able to get about 15 to 20 Mbps. That's great for schools if you want to teach them something. It's not very good if you want to watch Captain America, right? That takes a lot more bandwidth. But I think that's what we have to decide. What problem are we trying to solve? And if it is just plain pure connectivity, there's multiple options available. If you really want high-speed stuff and you happen to live in an urban town and you can afford it, then you can get that kind of bandwidth. And it's going to get cheaper and it's going to get faster every day. With 4G, once Reliance comes in, our expectation is that it's going to transform the way broadband is consumed.
Yeah. So from a devices perspective, I'd like to touch upon the last point that Bhaskar made is on 4G. These are 4G LTE devices, and we hope that the connectivity improves with the 4G networks being more prevalent across the market, widespread. Yeah.
But for Continuum, I used it in Dehradun, and it was amazing. Just 3G, and I was able to show presentations. I was able to show, when you talk about the cloud, OneDrive, for example, is extremely fast. I mean, on a mobile 3G. So, I don't think I agree with you that it's only 512 kbps. Yeah, uploads does take more time, but it doesn't have to upload immediately. It can actually upload when there is a better connection.
When there's a better connection, and when you have a good connection, because all my files, for example, even my office files are on the cloud, and it's very, very efficient. But of course, you do need that connectivity, and the upload can be pending till you get that connectivity, and then it uploads.
And just to mention on the dock, so if there is such a use case where, for example, you're really constrained in terms of connectivity, the dock that I just showed you, that enables multiple USB ports as well. So be it your external hard disk or your pen drive, you can just put those in, and there's unlimited support for offline data as well. So if you think you're going to be in that situation where you do not have the best connectivity, then you can just do it like you do on your PC today. You just put in your external hard disk and you have your data with you. So all of these options are available, and it's up to the consumer and the use case on how you want to enable that.
Yeah.
I have a couple of questions to ask. First one is, being these devices are very powerful, we know they support Continuum, external devices support and all. But we have also known this in past that Snapdragon 810 has some heating issues with it. So do you think that the liquid cooling embedded in these devices will be sufficient for that cost?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Okay, and my next question is, when these devices were first introduced in New York, there was some about the antenna, the cellular antennas, something special about the cellular antennas of these two devices. I thought it was like they have upper capabilities in getting connections very easily in basement areas also. So I just wanted to know a little bit more about this.
Yeah, please.
So this is a legacy that we carry forward from the Nokia days in terms of cellular connection, cellular modems. I can give you a whole big explanation of that offline, but in very short, we have the best antennas in the world, and we optimize and test our network conditions on these devices in the most, or rather in places like basements, in places where you have the least connectivity, to make sure that we are polling the network at the most optimum parameters. And that's what, for example, Panos Panay, if you were listening to him, was talking about in terms of the dual antenna capabilities and how we have tuned the antennas. But if you need more information on that, I'll be happy to tell you more.
Are they optimized for the foreign carriers only, or they'll work?
We do a lot of testing in India specifically for every device that we launch. So they are also very well optimized for Indian conditions.
Thank you.
There's one here and one there.
Just a quick question, when do the pre-orders get fulfilled and when do we see it on the shelves?
So 11th of December is when you'll start seeing it on the shelves, and then after that the pre-orders will get fulfilled. So pre-orders start from today, and 11th onwards they get fulfilled.
Yes, my question is that what is the Microsoft doing to get it integrated with the software? For example, with the Office 365, will there be some sort of free subscription? Because recently you have, reduced the storage space for OneDrive, because there are other competitors which are also coming into the market. For example, like Google Talks, Amazon also, and they are also becoming big challenge in the cloud market. So what are you doing for that? And my second question is regarding the Surface. Why is the Surface not being launched into the India, because it is considered to be quite a major market and it is considered to be quite a premium device as far as this technology is concerned.
Bhaskar, you want to take on the...
I think you asked about 5 questions in one sentence, so can you break it up into specific questions so that I can respond?
Well, my question is that will you be giving Office 365 some sort of free subscription with this 950 XL 950?
Okay.
At the moment, no. So let me explain that to you. On the device, your editing as well as viewing, and if you've been using a Windows phone in the past, is free. So any kind of editing that you do on the phone is completely free, and you do not need a subscription to Office 365 to do that. In order to use advanced capabilities like the one that I just showcased in terms of where you had the slideshow, the slide sorter and the speaker notes on the phone while you are actually on the presentation mode and the continuum, those kind of premium features require Office 365, and those premium consumers we would expect would then also buy the subscription for those needs. But to reiterate, when you're using it on the phone as a standalone, editing as well as viewing is free. And it comes with that OneDrive which you mentioned of the 5 GB of OneDrive free as well.
So we also have different versions of Office. So whether you want to use it for personal use, like he said, you can use a free subscription, all the way to enterprise who require higher degrees of security, and more important, they want all the basic functionality which you want also on your PC. So there's many, and even what is offered to enterprises is much higher in terms of storage. So there's a multiplicity of different SKUs or offerings. It's for you to decide which one you want to choose. The second question was about Surface. I think we have announced publicly, and this was, I think, in the early November, or was it October? Early November. Yeah, our CEO, Satya Nadella, was in Bombay, and we announced that we will be launching Surface in India in January.
So what are the colors coming up in both the phones?
So we will have black and white for 950 and 950 XL. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
If you look at the device and its pricing, what's the target group for this device? What you're looking at? And the second thing is, are you hoping that the people who start using the devices will give up their netbooks?
Yeah. So we are focusing on the Windows fan, the Windows and Microsoft fans, the consumers who love Windows, who are working with Windows and who are delighted with Windows devices. We are offering flagship devices for the Windows fans, so that is one consumer segment. The second consumer segment are the business customers, the one that we already have a relationship for the larger in the larger enterprises from a Windows point of view. We will provide them, like I said, Continuum. We will provide them authentication with Iris. So we will provide them a lot of innovative software applications and services which they are able to incorporate into their businesses and use them. So we will look at both Windows fans as well as business customers. Now, we will continuously, we'll be realistic, but we will be persistent and perseverant. We will continuously provide both the Windows fans and the business customers with multiple reasons to switch and to start using the smartphone devices increasingly. Continuum, for example, being one of them. That obviates the need for, you don't need any other device, especially when you're traveling and if you're in a mobile situation. So it really provides you a consistent mobile experience across all the devices that are on Windows 10. So we will continue to enhance the experience of the fans and the business customers, and then if they choose to move away from netbooks and things, then that's how it would be. But my thinking is that they will probably complement each other depending on the situation. When they need to be mobile, when they need the mobility of experience, they will have the phones. And when they need the netbooks and the two-in-ones and things, they will use the two-in-ones. But the experience, be it Cortana, be it Continuum, be it Iris, will be consistent across the Windows 10 ecosystem, across devices, to build to make the Windows 10 ecosystem more vibrant.
And I just wanted to add, our strategy on personal computing is multiple form factors, including devices with no screens. So our belief is that there's going to be multiple different kinds of categories, some which already exist today, like notebooks and two-in-ones and PCs and all of those, including the TV. We today have a dongle which you can put into your TV and the HDMI port and convert it into a Windows 10 PC. So I think you'll see multiplicity of form factors. We will continue to keep encouraging all those different kinds of devices. And the phone is the one device where we see a lot of potential applications which are mobile only. And those are the ones where especially the 950 and the Continuum are going to be. When we talk about businesses, we include professionals. So if you think about a lawyer or a Supreme Court lawyer, or if you think about a doctor, think about their lives. They come into practice, they basically carry their phone with them, but all of them have a screen on their table. Now all they have to do is to plug in and they're connected. Right? So I think that gives them the advantage. All our applications, most of our productivity applications are all on the cloud. So it doesn't matter what device you use. In fact, if you take a Office 365 subscription, you actually can run it on multiple devices, including your own PC, up to 5 devices. So I think there is a lot of scenarios which we are seeing where features like Continuum, and that's why I'm saying that the 950 is a new category where it's mobile only, you have one device and you can do a multitude of different kinds of applications just using that one device, using external screens.
Yeah, and to give you an example, I have the Microsoft band where I actually check my emails and the messages on this. You know, if I'm busy, standing, working, I can quickly check the plans and then, you know, so this is the power of Windows 10. You can have a consistent experience across devices and each device stays up to date.
Very good for giving impetus to the Digital India movement kind of a thing. The Digital India movement, correcting bridging the digital divide kind of a thing. But the thing is that the price looks like a barrier. Because if we look at so far it has happened in India, be it the netbooks or the laptops, none of the mass devices which even the government has used for the Digital India program have cost more than 25k. Be the HC laptops or the phones and all those things. So this is way off that thing. So do you plan to come up with a device which is a slightly lesser price and it can go for a mass adoption kind of a thing?
So we have already announced the 550, which is coming later on in the month, and all the other existing devices also at various stages later on will be upgradable to Windows 10. And when you are on Windows 10, at various points in time, they will become continuum capable, not immediately, but they will be. So right now we've launched the 950 XL. We are targeting the Microsoft fans. We are targeting the business customer. We want to establish Continuum as an extremely productive tool in the hands of our consumers. How we scale it up and take it forward, which we will at some point in time, will come in due course.
Yeah, but just to reiterate, at this point of time, it's the 950 and the 950 XL, which work with Continuum.
Hello, sir. Congratulations. I have two questions. First, that these phones like in Qi wireless charging, will it work with third-party wireless chargers?
Yes. And anything that supports a Qi wireless charging standard.
Yes.
So if you have, for example, a coffee shop which has a Qi wireless charging enabled table and you put this phone on that, it gets charged. So it's a common standard. It's not a proprietary with Microsoft.
Okay.
So any accessory that's Qi compliant will work with this.
Okay. The second question is, now we have Lumia 950 XL, and in January we will have Surface Pro 4. So when will see Band 2, Lumia 550 and Surface Book, because Microsoft announced back in October at Windows 10 devices.
So I just want to say thank you for your enthusiasm. It is because of people like you and your desire to actually experience all of these products from Microsoft that we are going to accelerate the pace at which we introduce. So now you've got 950 XL, we will have the 550 very shortly. Xbox One is already moving to Windows 10, and we will have Surface Pro.
And then ultimate laptop, Surface Book.
And then, so we are still evaluating the Surface Book, but Surface Pro 4 is very much in January.
Thank you very much. January, Surface Book.
Surface Pro 4. Surface Books we are still evaluating.
Okay, and the Band 2?
Band 2 also we are examining exactly the timing, so we will be able to get back to you on that.
Okay, no specific dates, thanks.
It's not as yet declared.
Thank you so much. We'll have our spokespeople around for a few more minutes if you want to catch up later, and we'd invite you to have lunch with us, which is served outside.
Okay, that's it.
There's one more picture that
Thank you.
everyone's recording.
This one. Do I need the phones?
Yes.
I left it there. I'll give you mine.
No, it's okay.
You can take it out of there.
Vinay?
Thank you very much.
Any love? No.